everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Rainbows from Hell! Yes, yes, yes. Episode number 15. 15, yes. Awesome, yeah. Alright, coming off of last night's surprisingly entertaining As Above, So Below, I thought, it's time. It's time for a movie that is of the subject matter that my channel just eats up, that loves a depraved, deranged, debauch, sleazy, filth-ridden movie that you'd just be ashamed of watching and would try to say, I accidentally watched that. Oh my god, just a piece of filth cinema that for some reason only Asia can provide. And this is a Hong Kong Category 3 movie of such legendary status. It is the infamous, the vile, Red to Kill. Yes, Red to Kill. This movie is about a man who, during the day, he runs a sort of halfway house for people who have mental disabilities. People would call them retarded. No offense, but that's the term. So, and he gives them housing. He also gives them work to do, and he's a respectable guy, model citizen. However, at night, he goes out in search for young, pretty things, and murders them and then rapes them. Yes, in that order. Though sometimes he'll probably do the rape first. But, yeah, he's a serial killer and serial rapist. Triggered by the color red. For you see, when he was just a mere child, his mother was a slut. She whored herself around. One day, his father came in to the home and saw that his wife was getting it with some other guy. So he loses his shit and barges in on the room and is like, hey, you can't do this stuff. And, he gets attacked. And his wife, our subject of the movie's mother, kills the father and his brother, because his brother was crying out for father, and the mother couldn't handle that. And so she kills him and then goes after the boy himself, but accidentally slips and falls right on the knife. And I don't know how that physics happened, where the knife can just kind of land perfectly, and then she can just cut her neck, like falling on it. I mean, that's just, I don't know how that happens. But, hey, this is a movie, so there you go. So the blood sprays across his face, and he remembers the red nightgown that his mother was wearing. So he had rage for this unholy, filthy woman who wore red, betrayed his father, and therefore he must take revenge and also sexually gratify himself, because when he sees red, he's like, I mean, seriously, there's a scene where he sees someone in red, but he can't do anything about it, and he's like, he strips his clothes off and he's just walking around, and all of a sudden, like, he's in his underwear, but he's walking around, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I gotta do something. He goes into the ice box, he throws some ice on his face, he's like, no, that's it. Gonna work. So then he takes a bunch of ice and shoves it down his jock area. Yeah, it enrages not only his anger, but enrages something else. Yes. So, one day, a mentally disabled woman whose father died in a accident was moved by social services to this halfway house. And everything's going good. She's learning to dance. Her social worker is teaching her. But one day, she does a performance. And she's wearing red. And he's sitting there. He's just on it, and not the red. And afterwards, she's so happy about her performance. She goes to him. I think his name's like Mr. Chen, I believe. Anyways, she goes to him. He's like, isn't it great? I did it. I danced. It was awesome. And she's still wearing red. He can't take it anymore. He's like, why you have to wear red? And just snaps and tears the dress off her, and then rapes her. I mean, like rape. I mean, the rape scenes in this movie are actually quite long and protracted. Usually in a movie rape scene, it happens about 30 to 40 seconds, not a couple minutes. I mean, sure, this isn't irreversible levels of gratuitous rape, but it's still pretty damn gratuitous rape. Anyways, shocked and dismayed by what has happened to her, and of course confused because she's not with it. She goes into a shell, goes into the shower and starts shaving her pubes. Oh my god, with a straight razor. And talk about an uncomfortable scene. I'm watching that. I'm going, don't stop, please, don't, because all of a sudden she starts cutting into herself and blood. And it's like, no, my god, what is going on? What am I watching here? So the social worker finds out, takes Mr. Chen or Chung, whatever, to trial. But because the witness is unreliable, because she is mentally handicapped, the judge has no choice but to let him free. And so, seeing the trauma that has been caused, the social worker decides to get some vengeance and creates a trap. She finds out that he's turned crazy by the color red, so she dresses in a sexy red outfit, red lipstick, and orders a Bloody Mary, which is red, right in front of him. And just kind of messes with him for a couple nights until he just freaking loses it. And we get an epic battle toward the end of this film. So I pretty much went through a lot of what went on in this film. And so let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am giving a 4 out of 5. It starts off a little tame, blood and gore-wise, but it really ramps up toward the end. The last battle is just a brutal and epic struggle. And this guy is fucking ripped, man. He is just freaking bodybuilder. So, think about a young female social worker, a little Asian girl, trying to go up against fucking Mr. Universe. And he tosses her around like a freaking ragdoll. It's crazy. But, so you've got the brutality of the violence, and plus you got rape, and the blood and kind of gore. He gets stabbed with a lot of things toward the end of this movie. So I'm giving it's got a lot of impact, and so 4 out of 5. Shock value, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I mean, there isn't a lot of jump scares and stuff. There is a couple here and there, but really the shock value is just the amount of rape that's in this movie. I mean, I guess technically it's like 2 scenes and then an attempted rape, so it's like 3 scenes. But it's just, it's a shock that they linger onto it and really show it brutally. This is definitely not one of those movies that you would want to watch if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, because they really really put it in your face. So 3 out of 5. Acting, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. However, it could be as low as a 1 because I enjoyed the insanity of the main guy. He, like, when he becomes unhinged, he goes all out. And some people might say it's way too over the top, but I think in this movie, it's like he transforms into Rape Hulk. I mean, seriously, he's got glasses and he's a normal guy and he's, respectable and he's trying to, protect his children, I guess you would say. And, he's a good guy. He's got morals. And just when he sees that red, when he gets triggered, trigger warning, he turns into fucking Rape Hulk. And you can see him struggle against it. You can see him like, no, he's like, when the girl came to him and was talking about her dancing and she's wearing red, he's just like, no, you need to go, no, get out of here, no, please leave, no, seriously, you need to go, get out of here. But she kept, she didn't know what was going on and she lingered on and she stayed and he just, I mean, like I said, yes, I guess you could call it overacting, but I thought it was amazing and really drew me into the character. And yes, I guess you could say it was ridiculous, but the movie itself is ridiculous. So I think it fits. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Plot, I'm also giving it a 3 out of 5. It's basic, but I like the fact that you get the revenge aspect toward the end, and the idea of like fucking with his mind with the wearing the red dress and lipstick and getting outside his apartment and like she's just like touching herself and stuff like that, and he's just like closes the windows. He's like, yeah, it was really really an interesting twist, and I like it when that sort of thing happens. They aren't just victims; they are seizing the opportunity to fight back. And I respect that, and I respect them doing that in this film. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Nudity, this movie is going to get a 5 out of 5. My goodness. Honestly, it's only like 2 women, but it is some graphic nudity. I mean, total full frontal. I mean, like literally, like I said, they had the freaking pube cutting scenes. And for you ladies, if you like muscly guys and their ass, you get to see his ass quite a bit there in this movie. So there's a little thing for you ladies and also homosexual men. You would probably enjoy that a lot too. So there you go, people. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a lot of nudity in this film. Just a lot of nudity. So 5 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, I'm gonna give it, I'm ashamed to say, 4 out of 5. It's just, I couldn't stop watching. It was shocking. It was appalling. I was not believing what was going on. It was ridiculous. It was over the top. It was weird. It was just everything that a batshit crazy Asian exploitation violent movie should be. It should just make you go, oh my god, but then you're still watching. And you're at the end of it, you're like, you know what? I'm actually kind of sad it's over because it's nuts, but I like it. I like the nuttiness of it, and I like the craziness, and I like the balls attitude that this director has. It's like, fuck you, this is controversial shit. I'm doing it anyways. You know what? I don't care. I don't care if you call me a sleaze. I don't care if you call me a perv. I am going to make this fucking movie. I'm going to make it the way I want to. And I've got to respect that. So anyways, and it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Yes, it's hard to say you enjoy watching someone get brutalized. But then again, this is the realm of fantasy and not reality. So, same way I can watch, teenagers get horribly mutilated by a guy in a hockey mask. I can enjoy this because somewhere deep, dark inside the primordial darkness of our souls, there is this bloodlust that, if we don't satiate somehow, may end up making us insane. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'm just glad that I have a healthy line between fantasy and reality, that I can definitely know the difference and realize, like, for instance, I won't watch Faces of Death, even though I guess now they say most of that stuff is fake. However, because they said it was, like, real at the time, I'm just like, I'm not interested in that. I don't like, actual violence and death. I don't really want to partake in that. The fake stuff, yes, because it's safe, because I know it's fake. You know that it's not real, and so it's safe. It's a safe release. So anyways, 4 out of 5. Enough of that. My overall impression of the film, though, is a 3 out of 5. It's as crazed as it is definitely not a great movie. I think it's a good movie. It definitely has content that be very wary of. I mean, viewer discretion is advised, but consumers should always use discretion also. But so 3 out of 5 overall impressions. I mean, there are some issues with the movie. You could say that it's a bit over dramatic, over the top. It's a bit ridiculous. It's not as, I mean, it's horror. I mean, that's a horror thing, but it seems at times it's kind of doing things very tongue-in-cheek and very comedic. The fact, like, that during the first rape scene, he stuffs her mouth with, like, a squeaky toy. And it just, and that's just an example of a few other things, moments in this movie where you're like, this is, like, they tried to play this for jokes right now or something? I mean, yeah, I guess. So anyways, 3 out of 5. That leaves an average score of 3.6 out of 5. Yes, lots of points because of the violence and the nudity. Probably one of the higher averages that I've come across in these 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. So there you have it. Red to Kill. A movie that is just, oh my god, it's just it's one of those things to behold. It is vile, it is disgusting, it is feminists' worst nightmare. This is the depraved kind of garbage that senators would try to make laws against. This would make the MPAA freaking scream and run out of the screening. I mean, it's the stuff that would make Anita Sarkeesian's head explode. So yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. But like I said, it seems that my audience kind of enjoys the rapiness. Honestly, they kind of enjoy the sleaziness. I mean, let's be honest. When you look at the view counts on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, it's like 10 views, 40 views, maybe 100 views. But man, when we talk about fucking sleaze, like Naked Poison, 1,000 views. Freaking Beautiful Girl Hunter, man, several thousand views. I mean, shit, fucking Cheerleader Massacre and things like that. Malabimba, which was, pretty full of nudity and sex. That was pretty highly viewed. So, that's the kind of thing that draws an audience, unfortunately. But, so I have delivered one for the ages, and I think I'm going to end it at that. It's been a long, long day and night, and I got to work early in the morning again. So, got to try to get that sleep. So, what do you think? Have you watched Red to Kill? Leave a comment in the comment section, or does it sound like it's just horribly depraved and you feel disgusted even watching a video review of it, go ahead and leave a comment, whatever. And I will talk to you guys later. You have a good night. And remember, Internet, just say no to rape.